Okay, today we're going to take a look at our budget screen, continuing in our series on the project billing screens. So we can see there's our budget screen right there. And this screen has a couple of unique features to it. In addition to obviously allowing you to enter a budget for your project, it not only allows you to do that, but it allows you to do it in kind of a unique way. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say, for instance, that you have a total project budget of $100,000. So we can put that into our totals column, and you say, well, I know my total fee is $100,000. And this could very easily be some very oddball number with an uneven amount, cents, what have you. I might not necessarily know the exact dollar to the penny fee for each phase that I want to budget, but I do know that the first phase of the project I contracted to have 15% of the budget go there. So I can easily just put in the total budget, 15%, and then it will calculate the rest for me. We'll just pick some unusual numbers that would be difficult to do the math mentally on. And we can see it's keeping a running total for us, and we have 87% currently. So we'll put in the remaining 13%, and we have our budget. Very, very simple. We just go to our action menu and go to Save Phases, and we have a budget. And one of the other things you can do here, and of course this is not required, budgets are completely optional, but if you do it, you can also put in a approximate dollars per hour, and this is an average value. So you can say, okay, well, we now know that we have a fee of $15,000, and I know that I want to budget about 200 hours on this phase. So I can put that in, and it'll say, oh, okay, well, if you want this budget and you want to put in approximately $200 per hour, then you can work up to 75 hours on this phase and stay in budget. Average values. Of course, different employees work at different rates, but it's just meant to be an average to get you approximately to the number of hours you can work and stay in your budget. Now you say to yourself, but I don't know how many average hours I have, or how many average dollars per hour I have. My people are all over the map. Okay, well, this is one of these very spiffy little functions. So we have two sets of radio buttons, right here and right here. What these actually do is they allow you to change which two of the four fields are open to you. So you say, well, I don't know how much money per hour, but I know I want to work 100 hours. So I can easily change this, and then it locks down my approximate dollars per hour and opens up my hours column. And I can say, well, I know I want to work 105 hours on this phase. So I can easily enter that, click away, and it says, oh, okay, at 105 hours, you can afford to work approximately $142.80 per hour. And then you can use these numbers to assign different work to different employees as you need to stay in budget. Same thing with the percentage column. You say to yourself, well, I don't really know what the percentage is. What I do know is that I just want a total budget of $100,000, and I need $8,250 to be on this phase. Not a problem. So you can just as easily lock down the percentage column, open the fees column, and then just type the number in directly, and it will automatically calculate, oh, well, that's 8.85%, approximately. This is rounded to 2 decimal places. So it will display, although the real number would obviously be 0.825%. It's only going to show you to 2 decimals. So you can very easily get a complete budget by doing that. Additionally, there are a couple of other features here, and one of those is this hourly column. So perhaps you intended for phase 1 to be always done and billed hourly, but your other phases to be billed in a fixed fee manner. So you can look at here and say, oh, well, I forgot to do that. Okay, well, I can just very easily check the checkbox, and we'll see that it moved our budget from fee to hourly fee. And then we can save. And if we were to actually go back to our project details screen and look at our phases and codes list, we can in fact see phase 1 is selected, and that hourly flag automatically flowed through. In fact, while we're here, we can see also that the active checkbox is not actually checked. So this phase is not active. We can't actually enter time on it right now. Maybe we just made a mistake. We just forgot to check it. So we can absolutely do that, and then go back to our budget screen, and we can in fact see now that our active box flowed through here as well. So we can use that to correct mistakes, or we can do it as some companies do and say, okay, well, we're already completed with phase 1, so we don't want our people to even have the option to put time there. No problem. You can come in here very easily, find the phase, uncheck the active checkbox, and save. And then, as we mentioned briefly in our previous video, the one last thing I want to bring your attention to is this little calendar. If you click on this, it will let you enter a date range. What this date range is actually used for is the revenue forecasting report. So the program has a report that will allow you to put in a budget, and then based on that budget and how much time you put in that date range and the current date, and how much you've already billed, it will take these things into account and try to estimate approximately within that date range what your revenue will be on this phase of the project if things go according to the budget. So you can use that to schedule your work a little bit more intelligently if you need that functionality. It is there for you. And that's pretty much it for the budget screen. And we will continue our look at the other screens in the project billing page in a future video.